I'm Jacob.
I'm Michael.
This is JNM Firearms.
We're going to start off by running through some of the guns that we have placed before us. Some of them borrowed, some of them are ours. We're going to be doing reviews on sights, bipods, grips, lights, charging handles, anything you guys can think of. Let us know what you want to see and we'll try to make it happen for you.
Yeah, sounds right. So I guess we'll go ahead and start.
Yeah, start with show and tell. You want to start with pistols?
Yeah, we'll start with pistols. So this right here, just a little Llama Colt 1911 replica. It's a lot smaller than your average Colt, of course.
I think it's an interesting little gun because it's 22 LR and it's like a micro compact sized pistol. I think it's super cool. I haven't gotten to shoot it yet. It was a gift from his wife, or it was a gift to his wife from her grandfather. So definitely holds some value sentimentally, if not monetary.
Yeah. So now we'll move on to the Taurus G3C. So this is actually my daily carry. Put about, I want to say about 1,000 rounds through it. Haven't had a single issue one time with it. Absolutely love this thing. Does the job. Never had any problems at all. It's a fun little gun.
Everybody's got one. That's the cool part about them. If you hand a random person on the street a G3 and tell them to shoot it, you could take them to the range and they'd be fine. You wouldn't have to walk them through anything. So I guess I'll go next. This is actually brand new. It's gonna be my everyday carry, but I haven't had the chance to do anything with it yet. We're doing the unboxing immediately after this. This is a Canik TP9 SA Mod 2. So basically what that is, SA is obviously single action. Mod 2, they discontinued the first moderation of the gun. Just small little upgrades here and there. Like I said, I haven't gotten to shoot it yet because I haven't even got to carry it yet. I picked it up from the gun store and then came to record this video. Super excited. We'll have a full-length video on it. We might do a little bit of a competition between budget full-size gun, which this is by no means. I'm expecting it to outperform its class for cost, hopefully. But we'll do a little comparison between the G3C. I can get a G3 and we can do the full-size TP9 SA. Super excited for this gun. And then next is actually a borrowed gun. I think it's super cool. It's the only 1911 I've ever gotten to personally shoot. This is also made by Taurus. It is the Taurus 1911 chambered in 9mm. So it's a little interesting. It's not your standard 45. Not much to say about it. It shoots straight. It's heavy, just like any other 1911 in the world. I actually really like it. I'll probably be picking one up hopefully soon. But yeah, we'll have a full review on this that we'll be filming tomorrow as well.
So next, we will move on to my trusty old Stephen Models 12 gauge. Had this for about a year. Honestly, haven't shot it that much, but
I got the first shots
yeah,
on it.
You shot it.
We have a short up.
But it's nice. It's comfortable. Doesn't feel very rough, but it's kind of comfy. It's not as aggressive as a lot of other shotguns I've held.
Yeah.
It feels comfortable in the arm. It's pretty friendly. Again, it's fun.
It's a 12 gauge pump shotgun. I mean, everybody loves them. They're fun to shoot. You can throw thousands of rounds through them and never have an issue. And you always have fun and a sore shoulder the next day doing that. So
another nice thing is this gun's actually made by Savage.
Yeah.
So Savage Arms actually makes this. It's a long name gun, but Savage actually has really good stuff.
It's the only gun on the table with 4 surnames. So.
Now, do you want to run through this one real quick?
So
you know more about this than I do.
This is not my baby. This is also borrowed. Our friend and myself went and bought 2 of the exact same guns, and obviously did them a little bit different. I'll show you this one in a second. This is a newer company, pretty local to us. They're only about 3 hours away. Androcorp Industries, and they're kind of making waves for the price range they're selling their guns in.
They are.
Because for the reliability that I have gotten out of mine specifically, this one has a lot less rounds through it. But the reliability that I've gotten out of mine specifically is absolutely insane, considering I only paid $430 for this on sale.
Yeah.
They've always got some kind of sale going. This is the Bravo 16 Mod 0. 16-inch barrel. It's not 14.5 with a pin and welded muzzle device. It's just your standard A2 bird cage, obviously. It comes with all the standard A2 stuff. He had a Magpul, I think it's a CTR stock that he put on it.
Yeah.
And he has the Magpul MOE K2 Plus, which is the same thing that I got, but his is just obviously FDE. This foregrip, however, I'm going to call him out. Is an airsoft grip that he had left over from his teenage days. And I mean, honestly, for what it's supposed to be, it's not the worst foregrip I've ever felt in my hands, despite the fact that it's made for airsoft guns.
Exactly. So you feel that plastic.
But he did have to do the Picatinny adapters because this is obviously full M-Log. It's a little bit lighter weight.
Mm-hmm.
The gun itself is on the heavier side.
Yeah, it definitely is. A little heavier than most ARs would be, 100%.
Yeah. They build everything that they produce with M16 internals, obviously, except for the trigger control group. So the upper is actually full auto rated, straight out of the box. Barrel can handle it. They have M4 feed ramps, which I think is amazing. It gives you a lot less feeding issues. More AR-15s are starting to come standard with M4 feed ramps. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just whenever the bottom it has an extreme taper on it to let the bullet nose catch and actually make its way in a lot easier. So whenever you're shooting as fast as your trigger finger can take you, you're going to run into a lot less issues with these. Right now, he's just got one of the cheap Amazon basics, reflex sights. And we'll have a full-length review on this, comparing this guy to the one that's on the gun that's next. Honestly, I feel like they're not that bad for the price that you're paying.
What, $30, $40 maybe?
Yeah, I think this one was like 20. That one was maybe 15 or 30. We'll put links into everything that we show in the future.
Yeah.
Definitely more suited for airsoft than real rifles. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to do everything as cheap as you possibly can, you can't really go wrong.
No. So next we're going to move on to this gun right here. Just finished building it yesterday. It's got an Aero Precision M4E1 lower. It's got a Bear Creek Arsenal 223 Wild up top. I've never owned anything Bear Creek Arsenal. Always heard they are good quality for the price. And I'm excited to actually test it out.
I'm excited
It looks fun.
to be.
It was a fun thing to build. Got, Magpul stock, Magpul grip, same thing as that one.
MOE K2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the plus, so it's angled.
But again, gun's a little more front heavy.
Yeah.
Barrel's a little bit, I think it's about 5.5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds is what it weighs.
Yeah.
Probably roughly around that.
Definitely not the skinny girl.
No. But overall, it feels good. It's comfortable. Color sick. Build price was not that bad.
No.
At all. It really wasn't. I think it's like $450, $460 for a build price. We're going to be doing a video on a building versus buy eventually. See which one's better for the average consumer. Because that's the whole goal of the channel, is for the average consumer just like us. Average people building average guns, buying average guns.
Yeah, you'll notice on the table nothing that we have in front of us is, a crazy expensive Daniel Defense, where we love cheap guns and we want to see which cheap guns are just cheap and don't work, or which cheap guns you can actually have a lot of fun shooting. So that's the whole goal of this channel.
Yeah.
So next, you want to move on to this beautiful thing in front of you?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm actually really excited. So this right here, this sweet thing is an SKS always been one of my favorite guns. It's just a sweet looking gun. They're very, very fun to shoot. Open it up, drop it from the bottom, close this sucker in, or what most people do is they have clips. 10 rounds, put the clip, shove it in there, push it in, and you're ready to go. But overall, this thing's sweet. It's gonna be really fun to shoot.
Yeah.
You wanna look at this sucker right here.
One thing I do want to point out, a lot of people that have never shot or held a SKS don't realize that this is actually the charging handle release or the bolt release, however you want to phrase it. So if you go pick one up and decide to go straight to the range, definitely be careful, because you will absolutely get that grand thumb, because as soon as that lever is pushed all the way down, charging handle is slamming forward.
Yeah, pretty
Not
bad.
quite as bad, as the Grand, obviously. Yeah. But you can see if I stick my finger in there and just press the lever down, I'm holding the charging handle right now. It will release, so I'm not going to do that for the video.
Yeah, but this thing overall is a pretty sweet gun. Also got a bandana on it.
Fastest way to a war crime.
Not gonna use it. Maybe
Yeah.
put up some dummies and shank them a little bit, but other than that, we're just gonna be blasting some past targets with this thing.
Yeah.
But overall, again, this is one of my all-time favorite guns right here. This thing is just, it's gonna be a fun little thing to shoot.
I think it'd be appropriate to call it the gentleman's AK, because it's the grandfather, you could say, I guess.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely gonna be a fun one to shoot. 100%. 110%.
So over the next couple weeks, we'll be doing full length or short reviews of everything that we have in front of us. We do plan on doing a few unboxings and releasing them as time goes on. You can expect uploads roughly twice a week until we run out of content, because whenever we run out, we're out. We have to go make more, and it's not cheap to go to the range.
Yeah.
But we plan on holding short, friendly competitions between, obviously, bought versus built versus bought budget rifles, small shooting competitions. We'll be holding simple stuff, just comparisons mostly about the G3 and the G3C versus something like the Canik TP9SA. It's not really super comparable to the G3C. The Matei MC9, I think, would be, especially price-wise. But whenever it comes down to it, we'll grab a G3 and we'll do a full comparison for this weapon, for the two weapons.
We'll also be going over ammo we prefer too. Every gun likes a certain ammo.
Yeah.
We all know SKS, AK-47s, they like them steel ones.
Yeah, steel case that you can go.
That's the go-to for, SKS, AK-47s, any Russian gun, really. So we'll see. We'll also do a video on steel casings and the ARs, do brass. Just go from there and
55, common grains too. So especially for 5.56, 55 grain versus 70, 77. I mean, we'll just run through the list until we run out of ideas, and then hopefully by then we'll have some people suggesting that we try some stuff. Yeah. But before we cut it off for the night, I do want to show off my baby. I've only got the bipod on it for show. This will only ever be on whenever I take this hog hunting, which we will be posting a video of us going hog hunting.
Hog hunting, deer hunting.
Just for a quick rundown on this, it's still pretty basic, but I do plan on, I do have a couple upgrades in mind, obviously. We have the Magpul front foregrip. I don't really like grips like this. It's hard to move quickly. So if I need to take a target here and then reposition the one over here, how much faster is if my hand's right here in a nice C-clamp and I can just snap over? You can't really do that as fast with a foregrip because you're limited with your range of motion. So I could have just gotten an angled one, but I still want the preference. We have just, cheap front mounted light. You shouldn't be taking a shot in the dark unless you can properly identify who it is. Maybe your dad got kicked out and he's just trying to find somewhere to sleep for the night. I have ambidextrous charging handle. I don't remember the brand. I was just testing it. Obviously, that's why it's gold and everything else is black. I probably will be buying either the same one in black or maybe like a Radiant Raptor or something later on. Right now, just have a basic UTG red dot, green dot. It's 3 MOE. Haven't had a chance to try it. I bought their LPVO and I was extremely pleased with this. This is a 3x9 bug buster. So we will be doing full length reviews on both the red dot, green dot, and the bug buster, but the bug buster is kind of old news. It's been out for like 8 or 9 years. Everybody kind of knows about it. It's a functional, honestly, I think great working LPVO for around the $130 price range if you can't find it on sale, which they do go on sale often.
Yeah. I
have just a Magpul bad lever. Really simple. In the future, I'm probably going to do a flat one, like single stage trigger, 2.5 pound, maybe 3 pound. That's about it for this guy right here. So this is our collection as of right now. It'll grow as we continue to grow.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make a gazillion dollars off YouTube. We're just doing this for fun, and we figured we'd take the camera along because we'd be out doing this anyways at the range. We'd still be collecting guns. We'd still be going and training. We'd still be having friendly competitions.
Still go hunting.
Still definitely still going hunting. So if you like it, if you want to see what's to come, give us a like. Obviously, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.